indeed, from Scoreboards Restaurant right here on Coursey Boulevard. It's overtime with Athletic Director, Coach Roman Banks.
Yes, sir. In the house.
Coach?
How you doing today?
Man, how are we in March Madness just about, and we're still cold outside, bro?
Crazy weather around here, but to tell you what, in that gym it's 72 degrees. That never changes.
That's exactly right. And I tell you what, my man, obviously, speaking of gym, we got lots to talk about with a lot of sports to talk about. The men and women's senior day was absolutely, it's always magical. Yep. You as a coach, it's got to be difficult to see some of these players, especially four-year players, to say goodbye.
Oh, yeah, it's tough. It's a really emotional night. And, you know, as I looked around at the game and you know, for the men and the ladies and they last out and those seniors, you know, those tears of joy, I say, and thinking about your last sprint and your teammates that become your family. I mean, you know what they're going through. At the end of the day, it's a little emotional for a coach as well.
Yeah, and last week we had Shorty, Danielle Charles, who's, I think, a giant killer. Like I told her here on the set, she don't care if Shaq's in the paint, she's going up for a layup, and she had 11 points, and a lot of it was in the paint right there. So she really put it all on the line for her senior night.
You know what? I think she, you know, when we were sputtering a little bit, I think she actually willed them to the win.
I think so, too.
And she showed us senior leadership, and she's been doing that all year long. I think when you have a senior like her that really genuine care about the team, it's not about myself, the individual, it's about we. And she comes to work every day with that same type of personality. And she's a fearless competitor. So, you know, I think she stepped up at the right time. That's what Senior Day all about.
Right. That's it. That's it. And also, too, Senior Day is when her family, luckily from New Orleans, could come down and watch her step on the court for the final time.
Always an added motivation. You know, I used to tell them, make sure the seniors come out the locker room, you exhale, because, you know, you probably have some people watching in your family that's watching you for the first time, you know, and you don't want to get too caught up in the emotion. So it was really, the way the seniors went out, it was great.
Right. And then speaking of that, Richard Lee, he was also here.
Wow. Yeah.
He hit some three-pointers. He scored 15 points in the ballgame. He sparked them to a big win.
So once again, you know, he played like a senior. That's probably one of his better games. I mean, defensively and offensively. We know that we count on him to make shots. The team count on him to make shots. He can shoot the basketball. But he even was rebounding the basketball. He played with a lot of energy. And, you know, when they needed a basket, he was able to get them a basket. And I think Coach Wood has been requesting that of him all year long. And you can finally see that team starting to come around. And if Richard Lee can play like that, you know, for the rest of this regular season and to the tournament, you better look out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a team I don't think you want to play. Because the one thing, they don't have quit in them. They're diving for the ball, constantly going for the ball. If they can just get it consistently, and when you have a first-year coach with a new, you know, basketball theory, I mean, his offensive theory may be different than anybody else's philosophy, I'm saying. It could be totally different. It takes time to get that. You can't just get it overnight.
Yeah, one thing that you're able to gravitate very quickly, and what Sean Wood teams will always have, and his past teams have had, and that's toughness. They're going to fight you tooth and nail. So at the end of the day, you know that this team possesses that. And so that's a scary thing when they have toughness and they're able to put some of the skill sets together that they need. You know, I think that any given day that they can beat anyone.
No question about that. Also, too, something else that I thought was great, the Gordon McKernan staff was there, the attorney that, of course, sponsors some of Southern University, in fact, all of Southern University athletics. Not only was it cool for them to be at the game, they were also my guests at the halftime on the radio show, but all of them were products of Southern University Law Center.
Yeah, and our Law Center, you know, when you really look at what our Law Center have put out, and then you start asking, what school you graduated, what school you got your law degree from, then a lot of times you come right back home to Southern University. And so I think that they felt right at home in the arena. And that's one of our newest sponsors that we have added in the past 6 months. And they're doing a great job of communicating with us, and I think we're doing a great job of communicating with them. They like being on campus, they like their presence at a game, and that's what it's all about. Yeah. Whenever you start talking about a corporate sponsorship, you start talking about a partnership. And we want to make sure that we're doing the things that they're requesting from us as they're fulfilling our needs as well.
No question about that. Also for Southern University athletes getting involved in the community, joining the Read Across America campaign last Friday. How important is it for Southern University and its athletes to get involved in the community?
I just think that's our responsibility. I don't know if all the time they realize how the younger generation or the younger kids look up to them. When they come watch them on the football field, the baseball diamond, the basketball court, the volleyball gymnasium, you know, these kids want to emulate them. And I just think that is a certain way that as an athlete, a certain way you're supposed to carry yourself anyway. And I think that inherited responsibility comes, and that's one inherited responsibilities to making sure that you're giving back to the community. And so certainly under this leadership, you'll see us doing our part with a lot of service projects of giving back to the community, and we are thankful for that.
No question about that. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. We do want to remind you this, though, that coming up on Tuesday, March the 12th at 7 p.m., the Lady Jaguars will be in the first round of the SWAC tournament, and that'll be in Baton Rouge. We don't know who they're going to play yet. It'll be at the F.G. Clark Activity Center, and that's a 7 o'clock tip-off for that. Can people get their tickets at the F.G. Clark or get them in advance?
Yeah, so tickets will go on sale once we find out who we're playing. So it's going to be a pretty quick turnaround. You know, the regular season ends. We're on our way to Houston right now, to Texas, to finish out. We need to, hopefully, if we just win one, we'll be the #1 seed. And so we certainly won't be no less than the #2 seed. And so once we find out who the opponent is, then those tickets will go on sale roughly on Saturday night.
All right, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And congratulations. That, again, by the way, is their second in a row of winning the regular season title of the SWAC, and we'll talk about that coming up a little bit later on as well.
No question about it. Coach Funchess, congratulations.
What's that?
Coach Funchess, congratulations.
That's right, that's right. If you're watching this, congratulations. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk track and field, indoor and outdoor. We'll be doing that come up right here as we are overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, as we, of course, take a look at Southern University Jaguar Athletics here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Come get some seafood right here. Back in a moment right here. I'm Chris Powers along with Coach Banks, the star of the show. He makes the most money. Back in a moment right here.
I'm waiting on the bread pudding early tonight.
Pelican Sports TV.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouget today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
Grand Cherokees, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's moving sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, $27,990.
With Power Group backup camera, keyless entry, and Uconnect.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
Buddies, talking about buddies. You just can't lock them out, buddies. They'll make your day. Hey. Buddies, you can't deny them, buddies. You just can't buy them. You wear them, here to stay.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks right here at Scoreboard's Restaurant. Oh, this is so good. And look, I got to eat seafood tonight, so I'm going to be eating some kind of seafood, but I smell the boiled seafood going on. So I don't know. Coach White, Tremaine White, how you doing, my friend?
Doing pretty good,
Southern Track and Field Coach. First of all, recap the 2019 indoor track season and the women finishing third place.
Yeah, the women finished third place. We're really excited about that. It's been a long time, and we've been working really hard since the fall, and it was ready to come out and compete. We had some ladies that came in the top three with 4x4. They came in the top three. We had a young lady by the name of Raylan Price. She was also a part of that 4x4 that was third place, and she was third in the 800 meters. We had Faith Estelle. She actually won the weight throw. She came out there and she really competed well for us and PR'd in the weight. So, you know, that's some things that, you know, we were looking for her to do. Cool.
Any other medal winners? We won't leave anybody out.
All right. Well, we had Sydney Minor. She's actually a freshman from Lafayette that came out third in the mile. We actually had two guys that came out pretty well in the throwing events too. We had Shavars Wilson. He came in third in the shot put. And we had Jeremy Bass, he was third in the weight throw.
What did you like about the performances? What performance stood out to you?
Well, what performance really stood out to me was Faith Estelle by winning the weight throw. I mean, she's a senior. She's been working hard for the last few years. She came out a little short in the outdoors last year. She didn't make the finals for outdoors. So, you know, this year was a big thing for her. Just getting a good throw in the first three throws and come out there and you know, competing well, because I know she could, you know, we know she was able to do well when it's time.
Now, what's the major difference between indoor as we go to outdoor? How hard is that transition?
It's really a good transition for us. I mean, we're more of an outdoor team, but we got to do well in our championships. The 60 meters, it turns into 100 meters. We run the 200 indoors, which is a bank track and everything, so which is two curves, and it's kind of lean maybe like at 32 degrees. And then we go to outdoor where you got one turn in a big long straight, so that's a big adjustment. We transition from indoor to outdoor, and we have the hurdles. The hurdles is 60 meters, and you know, you go for outdoor, you go to 100-meter hurdles for the women, and you go for the 110-meter hurdles for the men. And then we also do the 400 hurdles, which you don't have that event for indoors. So it's the discus throw is another event that we don't do indoors, that we do outdoors. And we just do two throwing events in the indoor track and field, which we do 4 throwing events for outdoors. So everything get a little longer for outdoors, which is good for us.
The disc or the shot put would be, I mean, scary indoors. That'd be fun. Have you seen the young LSU student? He's a freshman. Do the pole vault, break the NCAA record in pole vault.
Did you see the Plantis? Yeah.
I mean, that is amazing. There's two things that there's a lot about track and field that I look at, and I play football, basketball, and baseball, but I've never run track. And obviously, the hurdles, it's unbelievable how they do that. You got to be coordinated, fast at the same time. But pole vaulting just didn't like normal. It don't like it's human.
Yeah. You got to be a special person to do it. For how high he's jumping, a lot of people won't think he's that fast, but the kid is really fast. You know, he really can run 100 meters if you ask him to. So wow. You got to be really talented to do that event.
What are the differences between each throwers?
We have our heavy throwers, which they do the shot put, the discus, and the shot put, the discus, and the hammer throw.
Now, is it by strength or is it by arm speed? How does that go? Because I know in baseball you could be the skinniest guy in the world and throw 100 miles an hour, and the biggest guy in the world can't.
Well, the way I look at throwing is a total body thing. It's all stuff from the ground and it works its way up. So that's how it kind of works. But I didn't saw like really strong people that really can't throw that far. But it's really being explosive, being technically sound.
And the javelin, you got to go far on that.
Yeah, I mean, the javelin is a real stressful event. I would say the javelin throw is probably the most taxing on the body in any event in track and field. Because you know, if you're not doing that thing, if you're not doing it right, you could tear in the elbow or shoulder or knee. So
rotator cuff, something like that.
All of that stuff.
Because you got to throw that perfect, you know.
Yeah.
How often do you have them throw? I mean, at some point in time, do you like in practice and what have you? You have a limit saying, okay, you've thrown enough. No more throws.
Well, the kids that we have, we do multiple things. Because in our conference, you know, we know they could be real productive for us doing multiple things. So we mainly touch each implement about 3 times a week.
Yeah.
We touch it about 3 times a week, and we do a lot of drill work in between. A lot of weight room is really important for us.
This poor guy never lost his accent. I'm from Ville Platte, Louisiana. I lost my accent. But you, from Donaldsonville and Lafayette, I was picking on him after a while just a minute ago.
Yeah.
You hadn't lost that accent, bro.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Southeastern Meet Sprinters.
Southeastern Meet we opened up this weekend. We didn't open up with everybody, but this weekend we're gonna open up a lot more people for this meet right here. But we did pretty well. Jeremy Bass opened up in a hammer throw, in which he won. He had a 3-meter PR, which is roughly about 10 feet. And we had some kids that did really well, but we didn't. For our big sprinters, we didn't really open up this week, but this week leading off into Dallas, we're going to be opening up more of those kids because it's kind of early. The weather kind of been hindering us a little bit. Yeah. Sometime cold, sometime warm, right. But this week we're going to crank it open.
All right, now you've got 2019 outdoor season getting underway now. First, it starts with the jet relays. Tell us about that.
Jet relay is going to be a fun meet for the kids because they're going to do a lot of relays that they're not accustomed to doing. It's more of a relay meet, and we need that starting off because you know the kids need to be more in team-oriented things or whatever. So just going into the jet relays, being more relays, is going to be fun for the kids to do.
And then you go to Lafayette.
We go to Lafayette. So when we go to Lafayette, we're going to do more open events, and I'm really excited to see what these kids are going to do. We got some young jumpers that's going to be really well. They're going to do really well for us this outdoor season. We got some throwers that's doing really well for us, you know, and we have some sprinters that's doing well. So some distance runners doing well. So we got a kind of a well-rounded team that I like, and we kind of touch every area. I like that we touch every area, not
right.
just certain things.
So that's a place where the Jaguar Nation could definitely go to Lafayette, and you could also go to Hammond, Louisiana. It's only 45 minutes away. I know I drive it every day. And Southeastern Louisiana.
Yeah.
You'll be at Southeastern.
Yeah, we're going to be back up at Southeastern right after the UL meet. We're going to do a dual meet against them. So it's going to be really fun. Go out there. It's going to be low-key, but the kids kind of like that, you know, doing things a little low-key. And then the next week we're going to go into Texas Relays where we're really going to have a lot of competition. That's going to be really, really fun.
Now, Southeastern, do they still have it in the football stadium, or do they move it out of the stadium?
Actually, they got a track. They moved it outside of the stadium, 8-lane.
I thought I saw that construction on that.
Yeah, so they got an 8-lane track. When it was in the stadium, they had a 5-lane, but they got an 8-lane now.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, that's interesting. Then you mentioned the Texas Relays. Again, another place to be, McNeese, Louisiana, and Lake Charles.
Yeah.
And then LSU as well.
Yeah, this season is going to be really fun. I'm looking for some kids that do really well in our conference meet and leading on to go to NCAA first round and, you know, to get some kids to nationals. Because, you know, we want to be one of the premier teams in our conference, but at the same time want to be one of the top, have some kids in the top in the country. You know, That's what we strive to do.
And it's either Louisiana Heat or the Texas Heat. Doesn't matter either way. I mean, we have more humidity, no question about that. But the SWAC meet will be in Prairie View, Texas. And, you know, and they have done a magnificent job on their facilities.
They did a great job, but, you know, our facilities are up and coming, too.
Sure.
We're doing some great things over on our end with our facilities. But it's going to be fun going out there to Texas and competing in Texas and everything. And I think, you know, our kids responded real well for outdoors going there last year. So we're looking for bigger things this year.
Obviously, other than winning, obviously, is the main goal. What other goals do you have when you finish the outdoor track?
Well, our goals, we want to have some kids to make it to the NCAA first round.
That would be awesome.
And have some kids to go to nationals. You know, we want Southern University to be on the board at a national championship. You know, we want to score some points there.
Have they announced where that's going to be at now?
It's going to be at Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah. So it was originally supposed to be in Oregon, but Oregon doing some remodeling and everything to their track, so they moved it to Austin. So it's going to be at the University of Texas.
Yeah, because Oregon's where they normally have the nationals for the Olympic trials.
Correct.
Yeah.
And for the past like 5 years, they've been having the NCAA championships there too.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about actually, you know what, now you say that, I did see that on TV. Now let's talk about for next season. What are you looking for? How many kids do you think you'll have to recruit?
We got about 8. We signed about 8 kids already. We're still working on some more. But whoever can help our program move in our direction that we're trying to move in, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for kids that's, want to do things in the right way. We're looking for kids like that, do things in the right manner.
Well, Coach White, always good to see you, my friend, my Cajun friend. All right, my man, when we come back, we're talking to Coach Vanessa and volleyball. That is coming up right here next as we're going to be talking. Also, we're giving away a crawfish table and a TV. I might be the winner for that. I don't know.
You might.
We'll have that coming up right here on Overtime with Athletic Director Coach Roman Banks. Right here from the unbelievable Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard. Back in a moment on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome everyone. Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And we're right here at the scoreboards and the smell. Coach Jacobs is here with me, and the smell is unbelievable, huh?
It is wonderful, yeah.
And I'm Catholic, so I've got to eat seafood today, which is not a problem here.
They have really good seafood.
Well,
all the food is good.
Yeah, you can smell. A lot of people say the crabs are unbelievable. I haven't had a chance to try those crabs, and I'm going to maybe try those today. The crawfish is unbelievable.
Oh, I haven't tried the crawfish, but I had tried the seafood. It's amazing.
They were Jurassic Park crawfish.
Yeah.
They were that big, unbelievably big. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Well, Coach Vanessa Jacobs, it's always good to have you on the program.
It's wonderful to be here. Thanks.
You have the prettiest smile on the campus, okay? Coach Banks don't have that, so you're the prettiest smile coach on the campus.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, Coach Funches is trying to get past you, but he can't do it.
Funches?
Yeah, he can't do it. We're going to have, this is, by the way, the big raffle, and it's got names in here for a beautiful crawfish table.
It's beautiful, yeah.
We're going to talk about that, and also a television as well, helped raise funds for the volleyball team. But let's talk about it. But, you know, I know that time, and the older you get, they say the time flies by.
Mm-hmm.
Your season will be started before you know it.
I know. It's going to be here in August. Same as football season, same as soccer.
So you had 3 seniors leaving.
We had 3 seniors leaving. All of them had big roles on our team. One was a middle blocker, all conference, in Page Hall. And then you have Vatera Calais, who is a senior setter. And then you had Troy Jefferson, who was our libero. So they're all key roles.
That's cool. And if you've never been to a volleyball game, it is fun how hard they hit the ball. I went to Seymour Gym to watch y'all one time, and it was so fun to watch that. If you've never been, and it's like, I'm thinking, okay, I can do this before it started because I love playing volleyball.
Right.
But then when you see how hard they hit the ball and slam it, I'm like, no.
We work really hard every day, and we practice at 5 a.m. just so we can get it in and then have them get in class and, you know, go about the rest of their day, study hall and weights and all of that other good stuff. So we try to do everything in the early.
Coach Odoms does that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that's better to practice that early in the morning?
Well, in the in off season, yes. During season, we got to do a better job of practicing more closer to the time that we are playing in our matches. I think that's what hurt us in the beginning of the season.
So that would be at night? I mean, you would rather do that at night?
Between 7 and 10, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, on some Saturdays you play in the afternoon, right?
We don't play on Saturdays, actually.
Okay, no.
In preseason we do, but normally it's Sundays and Mondays.
Okay, and you and I were kind of talking about that, about the 2019 schedule. Tell us about that. You've got some pretty good competition on preseason.
Pretty good preseason competition, yes. Our first weekend we'll go to Georgia Tech and play there. Second weekend we're going to Arlington to play UT Arlington.
Wow.
Third weekend we go to New Orleans. And the fourth weekends we go to Troy, Alabama.
Wow. And who in New Orleans, UNO?
UNO tournament.
Okay. And then play Troy, Alabama?
And then our 5th weekend starts our SWAC season. So we'll play all the teams on the east side. A 3-day tournament, and all of the games count. So we're just preparing our kids for that 5th weekend.
So, because I can't stand when, like, baseball or something like that plays a Grambling or an Alcorn, it doesn't count. To me, every game you play in conference should count.
Well, if they play Grambling, it counts because it's on the east side, should be. And then if they play on the west side, on the east side, they don't count, but the west side it does.
Right.
Supposedly.
So, and then what do we look like as far, you had 3 players that graduated. Did you get any other players?
Oh, yeah. We have 4 kids coming in. A middle blocker who's a transfer from Bethune-Cookman. Very athletic. Can get up. She's, just the same kind of stature as Paige Hall, who's leaving us. And we're very excited about her. We have a couple of other kids, a couple of outside hitters from Dallas, and a setter from Dallas. So we think we're going to be pretty good. We're working really hard in the spring so that we can see all of our hard work in the fall.
And like you said, you'll be in Texas, in San Antonio, and you were saying...
In Arlington.
In Arlington, rather, I'm sorry. And you were saying that basically, I don't know what it is, Southern has a very good alumni base in Texas.
We do. In Houston, Dallas, Arlington, I can't even think right now. I lost my train of thought. But yes, Houston and Dallas are huge for us.
Yeah, alumni I know that Houston and Dallas is big. I know that we're going to Dallas again in football, and that's always huge. And then we went last year for San Antonio. That's always big too.
Really?
Yeah, in Austin, Texas, but it's amazing. Like I've always said this, I've been in a Denver airport and wearing a Southern shirt, and somebody will come up to me and say, I went to Southern University, Chicago Airport. It's amazing how big the alumni is.
It's huge, especially in California, it's huge as well.
Wow.
Yeah, LA.
Well, I've never been to LA.
Well, you should.
Yeah, that's what my sister and I, they live in San Francisco. I've been to San Francisco several times, but not into LA. But that'll be fun. Who do you feel is going to be the toughest competition in SWAC play this year?
Alabama State always has a very good team, but our job is to take them down. So we're not afraid. We just want to go out there and play our best ball.
Will that be in Montgomery or here?
Actually, it's at a neutral site. It's going to be at PV first and then Jackson second.
Okay.
We have 2 roundups. So we'll play all the East teams twice. Once at PV in a tournament style, and then the next one will be at
And then you say that the first SWAC, the first way you start the SWAC is the SWAC roundup?
Mm-hmm.
And where would that be?
That's at Prairie View.
Prairie View.
And then after that, we start the west side.
Okay.
And we play home and away for those particular teams.
Oh, cool. And will you be playing back at Seymour?
Yes.
Okay. Any thoughts about moving into FG? Or?
You know, I'm going to leave that up to Roman and his team. But at this point,
would something you prefer?
It is what it is. I just want a net, a court, some balls, some fans out there yelling and screaming for us, and then we're just going to play our best ball.
And that's important. Seymour has a good, area because the bottom bleachers are gone pretty much, and so you're up there sitting on the top. And I enjoyed it. It was a good seat.
Yeah, I think if they do some renovations to the gym, and that's what they've talked about, but I'm not sure. Again, that's not that's above my pay grade. I'm just here to get those kids ready.
Get them ready to go.
Yeah.
Now, this was an awesome raffle, and I'll tell you why it was awesome. The crawfish table was absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
Had
you.
the Southern logos on it, what have you. How did that come about to be built?
I went to a crawfish boil with some friends, and I said, "Where'd you get this table?" And they said that her husband made it, and I was like, "Chris, you've got to make me a table."
Wow.
So he made me a table, and here we are, raffling it off.
And it almost looked like a pool table because what I liked about it is had the drink holders all on the side.
Yeah.
Right there at each end and also down the long side. And then obviously had the area where the holes where you put the crawfish in the and put the garbage can on the bottom.
It's a flat table. You put the garbage cans underneath it, and you just eat your crawfish, put it in there. They have little spots for your paper towels. So
and had the logo right there on it.
It is. It's Southern University down.
All right, and also, you want to do the TV first or you want to do the table first?
The table first.
You want to do the table
Yes.
first? All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
This is for that beautiful crawfish table.
Here we go.
For the Southern volleyball team.
You ready?
I'm ready. The winner is Chris Powers. Good night, everybody. Oliver, and I bought 5 tickets of this
you
thing,
still
too.
have a chance to win.
Oliver Lee for Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Congratulations, you are the winner.
All right.
Oliver Lee. And by the way, Oliver Lee will have the first crawfish ball at this house, right? All right.
Second prize, this is for the 55-inch TV.
The 55-inch TV, where I can look better on this TV. Robert, I believe that's Henderson. Robert Henderson.
Okay.
Congratulations, Robert. You are the winner.
All right.
No Chris Powers again. See, the lottery in this, I just can't do it.
And this is for season tickets to the baseball game.
Season tickets for the baseball game.
Yep. Or
All
baseball
right, here we go.
season.
Amelia Powers. Oh, see? I got nervous when I saw Powers on there. It's my sister. No. Amelia Powers. Amelia Powers.
Wonderful.
Congratulations. She has an 852 number.
Well,
area code.
Well, they sold tickets everywhere.
Good.
So,
what does this do for the volleyball team?
It helps us with different expenses, helps with our recruiting budget, and anything we would need. And just, the girls are working so hard this spring to give them a good little party.
Okay. Oliver Lee again wins the crawfish table. Robert Henderson wins the TV. And Amelia Powers wins the season tickets.
Perfect.
The season ticket book. And I've got them in order.
Thank you.
Crawfish table, TV, and then obviously that. But I can throw these away and you can give it to me. It's a beautiful table, though. It really is. It really is a beautiful table. All right, when we come back, this is where we like to bring in a Southern supporter. And we're going to do that coming up right here. We'll introduce him when we return right here from the one and only School Boys Restaurant Come on out and get some delicious seafood. Hey, got crawfish out here tonight. I know Roman Banks is pushing his bread pudding. Have you tried his bread pudding?
I have tried the bread pudding.
Because his feelings will be hurt if you didn't try it.
I did.
Was it good?
Yes, I was trying not to eat it before I came on, but I had to have a bite.
It is delicious. And then obviously the crawfish too. They got crawfish. We had a steak the other night. We can be the test lab for anything they want to try for us out here.
Let me know. I'm here for you.
You'll be there too?
I'll be there for you.
See, that's why I like you. That's why you're order. Coach Vanessa Jacobs right here, folks. We'll be back with more. And go see the volleyball. It's a lot of fun. I promise you that. When we come back, we're talking right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. This is Overtime with Roman Banks, athletic director for Southern University, as a closer look of Jaguar athletics. Back in a moment. Pelican Sports TV.
SWAC is back in Birmingham, March 15th and 16th for the 2019 Toyota SWAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championship. The action is back at the Magic City. Don't miss your chance at being a part of SWAC history as 8 teams battle it out to punch their ticket to the big dance. Come be a part of the SWAC family on March 15th and 16th. Don't miss the 2019 Toyota SWAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. Get your tickets at swac.org/Toyota SWAC Tournament.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
Imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
All right, welcome back, everybody. Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Southern Athletics. And folks, let me tell you this. We would not be here if it wouldn't be great supporters that are here at Southern University that give money back to the school and does so many other things for the school. And this young lady does do it. Absolutely unbelievable. Tanika Goins, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
New Decisions.
Yes, yes.
Tell everybody out there, look at that camera, and tell everybody what New Decisions is all about.
New Decisions is a local behavioral health company here in Baton Rouge. We specialize in assisting individuals and families with any type of behavioral issues and also any type of traumatic issues.
And that's big too, because a lot of people they think about physical,
Yes.
You know, and it's like, you know, when people ask me about my knee, I was slam dunking 9-foot goals. And after I screwed my knee up, no, I didn't do that again.
Yes.
Because it's mentally in your mind.
Yes, it is.
So you know, but that's not only that, that's just a small part of it. When you go to it today, what are the main things cut from state and federal budgets is all about mental health.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we actually still have a lot of people that are still suffering a lot of challenges, even from the flood that happened years ago. So it still affects a lot of people right here in our own hometown in Baton Rouge.
It took forever for Katrina.
Yes,
people
it did.
with Katrina and what they went through, of course, hurricanes that come through here, and now that devastation that went through Alabama.
Yes, yes.
My goodness gracious.
Yes, it affects us all types of ways.
So is there federal funding that you get, some federal funding from it, or is it all insurance?
There are some federal funding for it. As you know, it's very limited due to the cutbacks, but most of it is either private pay or commercial or Medicaid insurance.
And takes most insurances? Or
Yes, yes we do.
And give us a phone number. We're going to do that phone number again too. Give a phone number out there so people to know.
Sure, it's 225-768-7246.
How did the partnership with Southern University come about?
That's a great question. We overheard some conversations about some needs that the university had, and not knowing exactly how to help, I didn't want to just feed into what was needed. I want to be a part of helping to solve the challenge. So we had a meeting with Miss Denise, who is phenomenal.
Yes.
She's a great part of the staff here at Southern University, and also the athletic director, Mr. Banks. We discussed some opportunities of how to make the organization grow and some needs that they had, and I was just so excited about it. It was nothing to think about. We automatically, you know, became a partner, a corporate partner for Southern University.
Awesome deal. Has it helped your business?
Yes, it has. It's helped us to also be able to relate to a lot of the college students there on campus, getting them involved more into the community as well. It's also helped us to reach an audience that we never thought that we'll be able to do so. Thanks to Southern University, we're now able to do that.
Wow. Did you help host them at the Pelicans game out here?
Yes, we did.
Wait a minute. I'm just looking to see if I had that text. I probably missed that text somewhere on here.
We'll get you next time. We'll get you next time. Next time. We have this term at my office. We use something called self-care. And we do so much to help others in the community. Self-care is so important that we take time out to kind of help ourselves. So it was a time for the leadership team to get together. They were already in New Orleans for a special retreat. So they were able to come out to the Pelicans game and just have time for themselves, just to sit back, relax, not discuss any business, just some self-care to take care of themselves.
Right.
We were very happy to do it.
So I need that 225.
We'll get to the next one.
There you go.
Get you on the next one.
So also, how can fans benefit from the partnership?
Fans can definitely benefit from the partnership. It goes both ways, by supporting the overall university and by also supporting the local sponsors as well. By being a sponsor for Southern University, it just opens up a different realm of help for us. So when the fans see our commercials that we advertise and our names on the brochures, by them giving us a call and trying our services, that help us. And by them helping us, we're able to take that money and reinvest back into the university.
And I'm always, she's got that commercial too, because I'm always reading it on the air.
Yes, it is.
And I feel like I know it by heart. Tell everybody where your office is located.
Oh, that's a great question. We're located here in Baton Rouge at 9410 Lindale Avenue. We also have an office in New Roads as well, 124 New Roads Street.
And how far do you go out? Because there's some people, there's a young lady, Miss Becky Prajoff. If you're watching, hello, Becky.
Hi, Becky.
She is in Lafayette and saw that program. Can people from Lafayette come here as well?
There's an office that we're working on in Morgan City, so it's coming to be able to assist people in that area. But right now we're in East Baton Rouge and West Baton Rouge, and we also go to the homes of our clients as well.
Oh, wow.
So unlike traditional counseling, you have to go to the actual office. We're taking a different approach by coming to you. So that's something different as well that we offer.
That's the old days when the doctor went to the patient and got paid by apples, but I know you don't get paid by apples, but still. So I think, do you like that comfortable setting better than the office setting?
Yes, it is, because a lot of times people are ashamed, or they may feel they may be judged, or see someone that they may know. Counseling is a realm that people don't like to discuss very often, and sometimes not in public. So going into the private realm help us to discover a different area to be able to assist our clients.
Now I've got another big question for you.
Okay.
age groups. What age groups do you look at? Do you look at, can you do little kids as well?
Yes.
And then adults as well?
Yes, we actually start at the age of 5.
Wow.
We have a few clients with very special situations that we start at the age of 4, but typically age 5 all the way up to senior citizens.
Because my dad helped me with mental health with a belt back when I was a kid. Nowadays, they don't want you to do that. So for a little 5-year-old, that's important.
It's very important.
So is there different counselors for that 5-year-old, or they can handle both adults and children?
Yeah, most of the time there are different types of counselors that can handle a certain specialty of needs. Especially for a little child, we want to make sure they're not disruptive in class or any type of behavioral issues. So it would take someone that's especially trained in that specific area to be able to have the patience to work with that child and for better outcomes to come out.
So I was just about to ask you about that, because it could also affect their grades
Yes, it
and
could.
their schoolwork as
Yes,
well.
it could.
Because I think my son for a long time had test anxiety, and he didn't understand that.
Yes.
He didn't understand what that is.
Yes. It can really affect the grades a lot, and also it's a disruption to the classroom. It also puts a toll on the teachers not being able to have full control of the classroom. So when our specialists come out to assist the children in the classroom, we're there to try to make it more of a learning environment to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Okay, so if you don't call me when the next party is, you're going to have to come to my house for counseling.
Okay. We will.
I know you. Look, you do an awesome job, and I know from Denise to Coach Banks to everybody at Southern University, thank you so much for supporting Southern University. We appreciate that a lot.
My
and I know
pleasure.
you love doing that.
Yes, absolutely, with no doubt.
Phone number again.
225-768-7246.
See, I think we're on a telethon or something when we say that. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Thank you so much.
Tanika Goins, right there, New Decisions. Check that out here in Baton Rouge, West Baton Rouge. Also, hopefully one day in Morgan City.
Yes.
She can definitely help you out. And you'll see her at Southern University. Trust me, I promise you that.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, we're going to bring Coach Roman Banks back on the set. And we're going to be talking about, we'll give you a chance to ask him a question and talking about big sports that are coming up right here next on Pelican Sports TV. This is Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks.
Thank you.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
just can't lock them out, buddies. They'll make your day. Hey. Buddies, you can't deny them, buddies. You just can't buy them. Whatever comes your way, buddies are here to stay.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton & Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruchade today.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
Talk to State Farm agent Anna Jones in Baton Rouge today.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
Welcome back, everybody, right here, Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, right here at Scoreboards. And I tell you what, we got some, look at it, boiled shrimp.
Boiled shrimp, corn, potatoes, sausage. Ooh. A lot of good stuff going on in here today.
This goings is going on right now with that, I can tell you that. Hey, all right, question for you, Coach. Let me ask you this. Since the Lady Jags have won at least a share of the title, of the regular season title, can win it outright against Prairie View A&M tomorrow night, Thursday night, or if they don't do that, they can win it out against Texas Southern on Saturday.
Need to win one.
Does that mean that they go to the NIT tournament, WNIT tournament?
Yes, so as it states for the rule of our conference is the number one seed get the automatic berth to the NIT, men and women. So WNIT for the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to be the number one seed.
Okay, have to be the number one seed for that.
But in all fairness, that the CBI and other people have called about all teams coming and playing in their tournament.
All right. And then also, again, that is Tuesday, March the 12th at the F.G. Clark Activity Center at 7 p.m. Don't know who we're going to play yet, but that game will be on. It'll be a big game at the F.G. Clark. We'll have that on the radio. I'll be there broadcasting that game, so it'll be a lot of fun.
So, Chris, we need to have a great attendance for that game. We need to come out and support, the ladies team in a great fashion. Hopefully, we can go get a split, win it outright. But the most important part is being able to go to the tournament, the conference tournament, and win the tournament as well. That's the part that guarantees the postseason play. And so we don't need to take anything for granted. I would challenge our fans to come out and be real supportive for our team, that's at least have guaranteed themselves a share of the conference title.
No question about that, because again, when you get to tournament play, it's 0-0. You lose the first round of the tournament, you're done for the year.
Oh, yeah.
So it's important that we win that game, then we move on to Birmingham, Alabama. That'll be on Friday for the semifinals, and the championship game would be on Saturday. So we're hoping for that. The men team, as we mentioned, has an opportunity to get the 8th place spot, the 8th seed in the tournament. They're playing in Houston this weekend, Prairie View first and Texas Southern, and then would have to play one of the Texas teams again, probably for the first round.
Yeah, so no matter if we get the 7th or 8th seed, obviously Byron has done a great job at PB, so they clinched it outright. And Coach Jones at Texas Southern, they would definitely get the 2nd seed. So it looked like that we'll be facing the Texas team after going there. We'll be facing them right there in the next couple of days.
No doubt. The baseball team split a 4-game series with Eastern Illinois. We got it in with the weather. I know the weather was tough. We played the 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Friday too, because we knew Sunday would be a washout.
Hey, it was a long day. We had a baseball game, 2 basketball games, then a baseball game 8 o'clock that night. But to be the great part about it, I'm thankful that we had great attendance at baseball at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
And so our whole day was pretty good that weekend. And so we're looking forward. I think that, we had this thing going a little bit. Our fans are supporting these teams. We need new fans. We need new people to invest in athletics. And, like I told you last time, we on what I call solid ground. Our foundation is well right now. So we're looking to go to a whole nother level.
Spring football underway. That's tomorrow, actually, March the 7th. And the actual spring football game will be on March the 30th. That'll be at FG Mumford Stadium at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And fans can go to that as well, right?
Yeah, and also for the spring game, we will be, athletic department-wise, I will be giving season ticket holders a little special treat for the spring game. They come out to the spring game. We're going to have something that I want to say thank you for supporting as a season book holder.
All right. I watched Princess and the Frog Disney classic that was done in New Orleans, Tiana.
Okay.
Obviously, I love that name. We've got lovely Tiana's going to ask our athletic director a question. Now, she was honest. She said it wasn't her that, the name didn't get that from there, but I don't know. Maybe so.
Yes, Chris, we have Miss Shalana here. She is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and she's actually an SU alumnus. So she has a question for AD Banks.
Okay, cool.
How you doing?
Great.
How hard is it to refocus after winning the regular season and going out to battle to win the tournament, knowing the NCAA tournament bid ticket is on the line?
Yeah, so that's a good question, and I just happen to live that life myself as a coach. And so I think the biggest thing is two parts to that. I think senior leadership is important. I think that you have to have leadership, good leadership to come back and after winning a conference championship regular season, to come back and know that everyone is out to get you in the conference tournament. And so those two type of things, because regular season to me should have more weight. Obviously it don't, because the winner go at the conference tournament go on the postseason play, but a team only need to get hot for 3 games in the conference tournament. And that can be a team that's right now on their way. You might have beat them twice, and it's hard to beat them that third time. So you definitely need that senior leadership, and you need to understand that you got to come back and put that beside, get refocused, because it's the team that get hot that can win that tournament. And so you want to remain that hot team, because everybody's out to get you no matter what. They want to knock the #1 seed off.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what March Madness is all about.
No question about it. That's the madness of it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We got a platter coming here, and we've got bread pudding as well. Look at this.
Oh man, we got a list.
Look at this. And these are like Jurassic Park crawfish. These are unbelievably big. It's unbelievable how big they are. And a steak.
Got a steak?
That's got to be for you.
No, that's for you today.
You the boss.
That's for you today. I'm gonna grab a little of this.
Look how awesome this is right here. This thing, and this is unbelievable. The steak is great, and of course they got the pecans on top of the bread pudding. The Roman, I'm calling it the Roman Banks bread pudding. Overtime bread pudding.
Yep.
There you go. Hey, next week we're going to have Coach Woods and Coach Funch is going to be right here to tell us about their basketball season and, of course, getting ready for tournament play. Daryl Cohen of Import Automotive Group, which is right across the street, will be here as well next week. And special thanks to Chris Jones and all of his staff for giving us information about the show and what have you. I thank you so much for that. It's very important, so we appreciate that. For all of us here at Scoreboards,
all the fans out here tonight, give themselves a round of applause. Thank y'all for coming out.
We'll see you next week at Scoreboard.
See you next week. This Wednesday starts to be all the same. Thank you.